All right, welcome to Mr. Cliff's Workshop. Welcome back if you are a subscriber or if you've seen this before. It is very cold. It was 21 degrees when I woke up this morning. So I have the heater on in here so I can explain what we're doing in the workshop. So we've got this generator in the summer, and we've done a couple quick tests. We've had some electrician come out and get everything hooked up properly to the house. We have the cable. We did test it out with the electrician here. Everything's good to go. And today we're going to do kind of run through a mock emergency where we'll need to have power to our essentials and just see how many other things we can get running. So hopefully we can get our food safe, keep it comfortably habitable inside, get the AC or heater on, whichever time of year it goes out. And we'll see how that goes. We've been running it on propane since we've got it, so keeping the system clean. I don't want to have fuel in there. I think gas will be our last resort. So we do always have about 7.5 gallons kicking around. This holds 8.3 gallons, which you get probably with moderate use, about 8 hours of use on this guy. That'll probably, I have to look that up. I want to say that I'd get about 3.5, 5 hours, something like that, somewhere in that range. So this should do everything we need to get our essentials and plus keep internet, TV, probably play my PS4, play a little Destiny while we're waiting for the power to go up. And so stay tuned. Today we're going to do a full test run on the generator. This thing is a power horse, but it is super loud. So let me explain how we set up the workshop. So that popped out a little bit, so I'm going to have to redo that, get screws that go through to the other side and get a good clamping on that. But that's a little bulkhead trap door. It's designed for like RVs, you have a generator in one of the panels, and this would allow you to run the cable out. So it also, I trimmed it down to fit the door. It was a little longer, but it fits this cable, my 50 amp cable, and an extension cord. It's got a lot of room. The trap door could probably close on a couple of extension cords. I'm not sure it'll close around that, but it's a good enough seal. It gives us a little bit of, air tightness. And then speaking of airtight, it's not recommended to run these inside anywhere. Follow the recommended placement of your generator. But what we did is we decided to get a ventilation fan that will pump up this whole volume of air every 5 minutes. So that's a pretty good size fan. Biggest one I can get that I could afford. Works really well. We've tested it out, and we just need it safe enough to come in and shut it down. And so it's done its purpose. This is a very tight environment in here. The walls are insulated, covered with plywood. The door, we've got it to fit really tight. But we do have this access panel. It's huge. It's probably like a 4 by 20, I want to say 28 or something, between 24 and 30 inches. This is also a well-built, this was a site-built one-car garage, and it has roof ventilation, and their soffits are perforated aluminum, so there's always air coming up into this attic area and through the top. So that's also where some of these fumes will go. We'll probably get half of it going out there, half of it coming out here. Pretty good ventilation. So I'm just showing you what we're doing. I don't recommend it. But if you see me coming into a room, shutting this thing off, turning it on, messing with it, I've got it really well ventilated. So stay tuned. Today we're going to do a full test this afternoon, and we will run kind of a mock emergency where we just want to get everything running that we can. And I'll stick a camera on here, and we'll watch the load on the meter here. And you'll probably hear the RPMs rev up and down based on the load. that it senses. It's a pretty good generator, but it's extremely loud, and that's why we wanted to set this workshop up to house it. In most cases, we'll probably have the door cracked too, so that door, probably crack this door and be absolutely safe if we had to come in here for some reason for longer than like a couple minutes. All right, so don't ever operate this inside. I'm just showing you what I'm doing to test it out, and stay tuned for a full test. Thank you guys for stopping by, and hopefully you'll stick around, subscribe, give it a like if you're interested, and we'll do a test this today, and we'll try it in the summertime and just see if there's any difference at all. But stay tuned for that. That'll be pretty cool. God bless you guys. Have a good one.